Welcome to this rules overview video for the Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth. Designed by Antoine Bouzai and Bruno Catala, and illustrated by Vincent Dutré. This game reinvents Seven Wonders Duel to immerse you in the epic setting of the Lord of the Rings. 2 players, ages 10 and up, can enjoy this game in about 30 minutes. Play as Sauron or the Fellowship of the Ring. You hold the destiny of Middle-earth in your hands. Before diving into the rules overview, note that this game is colorblind friendly and each color in the game has a corresponding symbol on the top part of the card. Choose or randomly determine who will play as the Fellowship and who will play as Sauron. Place your respective unit and fortress pawns in front of you. Place the board between you, then place 2 Fellowship units on Arnor and 2 Sauron units on Mordor. Assemble the Quest of the Ring track and place it below the board. Leave a space for the cards of the first chapter. Make a reserve of coins. Sauron takes 2 coins and the Fellowship takes 3. Sort the Alliance tokens according to their backs to make 1 stack per race. Shuffle each stack and place them above the board. Shuffle the landmark tiles, place 3 on the table, face up, and make a stack with the remaining tiles, face down. Sort the cards into 3 decks according to the Dwarven runes, 1, 2, and 3. If you aren't an expert in Dwarven runes, don't worry, the numbers are also printed on the bottom of each card. Then shuffle each deck and place cards of the first chapter in the center of the table, following the corresponding diagram. Important, certain cards are placed face up and others face down. Psst, the diagrams are also printed on the sides of the box. Discard the 3 remaining cards face down, then begin the game. A game plays over 3 successive chapters that unfold similarly. Immediately win the game by fulfilling one of the 3 victory conditions. We'll explain them later on. Sauron plays first, then you take turns until the end of the game. On your turn, you may either take a chapter card or take a landmark tile. We'll come back to their costs and effects later in this video. From the cards in the center of the table, choose an available card, meaning one that is not partially covered by any other cards. Then, you have a choice. You may play the card in front of you by paying its cost if there is one. You immediately benefit from its effect. When you play cards in front of you, stack them by color, making sure you can still see their effects. Instead of playing the card, you may discard it and take as many coins from the reserve as the current chapter. Finally, end your turn by revealing cards that are now available, if any. Instead of taking a card, you may take a landmark tile. To do this, choose one of the face-up tiles. Pay its cost and place it in front of you. You immediately benefit from its effects. Your turn is now over, and you do not reveal a new tile. When the final card of a chapter is taken, this chapter ends. Set up the cards of the next chapter according to the corresponding diagram, and reveal new landmark tiles until there are 3 face up. Then continue the game as normal. Certain cards have a coin cost that you must pay to the reserve. Tiles and most cards require skills, which you must have in front of you in order to play them. These skills are shown on your grey cards. You benefit from 1 skill per symbol, and each symbol may only be used once per turn on each of your turns. This slash between 2 symbols means that you may only choose one of these skills to use per turn. Let's go back to costs. For example, this card requires a knowledge to be played. If you have a knowledge in front of you, you may play the card. This other card requires a strength and 2 courage. If you have these skills, you may play the card. If you do not have the required skills, you may pay 1 coin to the reserve per missing skill symbol. Landmarks have an additional coin cost equal to the number of your fortress pawns already on the board. Therefore, there is no additional cost for your first tile, but your second tile costs an additional 1 coin, and so on. In chapters 2 and 3, certain cards may be played for free through their chaining symbol. If you have a card in front of you with the same symbol in the top right corner, you may play the card for free. And if a card has no cost, you may therefore play it for free. When you place a token, tile, or card in front of you, you benefit from its effect. Certain effects are immediate, and others may be used during the game. Tile and token effects are described on your player aid, and we'll now explain card effects by color. We already went over grey cards, which provide skills that let you gain other cards and tiles. Yellow cards provide coins, which you take from the reserve. Blue cards let you advance your character on the quest of the ring. Frodo and Sam move towards the volcano to destroy the One Ring and are pursued by the Nazgul. Since the pieces are placed on top of each other, the distance between characters will only ever decrease throughout the game. Blue cards let you slide your character one space per ring. When you reach or pass a bonus space, you immediately benefit from its effect. Green cards represent the different races of Middle-earth with whom you may form alliances. There are two options for forming an alliance. First option: as soon as you have two matching race symbols in front of you, take the top two alliance tokens of this race and reveal them. Choose one to place in front of you and put the other token on its stack. Second option: once per game, as soon as you have three different race symbols in front of you, take the top alliance token from each of these three races and reveal them. Choose one, place it in front of you, and place the other two tokens on their stacks. Red cards, purple cards, and landmark tiles help you conquer Middle-earth, each in their own way. Landmark tiles let you immediately benefit from unique effects and place a fortress in a region of Middle-earth. To do this, place one of your fortresses in the region shown by the banner. Meanwhile, red cards let you place your units in a region. Choose one of the two regions shown and place the corresponding number of units in this region. We'll come back to placing units in a moment. Finally, purple cards let you complete various maneuvers. Remove an enemy unit from any region, move one of your units to an adjacent region, meaning one with a connection, or even make your opponent lose a coin, which they return to the reserve. Now let's look closer at placing and moving units. When you place or move one or more units in a region, two situations are possible. If no enemy unit is present, nothing happens. If one or more enemy units are present, trigger a conflict. Each player removes one of their units and places it back in front of them. Repeat this until at least one player has no more units in this region. Note that an enemy fortress does not trigger conflicts and does not prevent you from placing your units. Therefore, it is possible for both players to be present in the same region. When you make multiple movements, you may move the same unit multiple times, or split your movement between multiple units. You must complete each movement independently, resolving any conflict triggered one at a time. If you play as the Fellowship and Frodo and Sam reach the volcano, they destroy the One Ring and you immediately win the game. But if the Nazgul catch Frodo and Sam, they seize the One Ring and Sauron immediately wins the game. If you gain 6 different race symbols, you have the support of the races of Middle-earth and immediately win the game. If you are present in all 7 regions with at least a fortress or a unit, you dominate Middle-earth and immediately win the game. If none of these 3 conditions are achieved by the end of the last chapter, the player who is present in the most regions of Middle-earth wins. In case of tie, share the victory, or get ready for a rematch. And that's it! You're now ready for your first game.